Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we're going to talk about our floor dumbbell chest press. Our floor dumbbell chest press is an excellent exercise that many people do not take advantage of. The floor chest press is the non-bench version of a bench press. The big three lifts that people tend to do in gyms are deadlifts, squats, and bench press, and people consider that their foundational movement of their training. I tend to do the same thing with kettlebells because you can do it anywhere and it's substantially less expensive, or I do it with clubs because you can do it anywhere and it's substantially less expensive. Barbell setups are pretty expensive. A barbell rack can be $2,000. The cheap version of a barbell rack is $500. A halfway decent bar is $400 plus a couple $100 in plates. Puts barbell training for home use people at a pretty big disadvantage. It also requires a very strong floor in a building you're not going to accidentally destroy when you drop a weight during a deadlift. So dumbbells, kettlebells, and clubs tend to be better for travel training and for training out in the middle of nowhere. We have talked about our floor chest press before. It is what I consider part of a Turkish get-up. We do it with kettlebells as well. We have videos on that. And sometimes, when available, we do it with dumbbells. We are going to start by getting the dumbbells up to the tops of our legs any way we want. Then we are going to lift the weights with our knees to get them towards our shoulders. From here, get really strong, get into our floor press position. In this version, tailbone on the ground, push your rib cage down, activate your glutes, and then press. Straight up towards the sky, touch the weights together at the top, bring it down until your elbows are all the way on the ground. Press. Exhale on the hard part, inhale down, exhale on the hard part. Inhale down, exhale on the hard part. Inhale down. When you set it down, you're going to basically hammer curl it down away from you, set them on their ends. What you don't want to do is drop them out to the side. Dropping them out to the side can cause you to have shoulder injuries. Setting them down next to your thighs is an easy way to get in and out of the movement. The important parts are lock out at the top. Go ahead and clack them together. The angle of our shoulder is probably 80 degrees. 0 degrees, 45 degrees. 45 degrees tends to be where we do our kettlebell press because the offset center of mass changes the way the dynamics of the motion work for the shoulder. I like 80 degrees for this floor press as opposed to 90 degrees. This tends to be a very safe way to do chest development because it is very hard to mess it up. You cannot drop your elbow behind the line of your back, so it's very hard to do weird things to your shoulder capsule joint. Of course, you still can do weird things to your shoulder capsule joint if you jack up the weight too fast or anything like that, but this tends to be the safest version of a bench press that I know. There are a couple of other versions of this, but we'll talk about them in different videos. On this one, I want you to avoid lifting your spine. So when we are down in our bridge position, I want you to avoid lifting your rib cage up. I want you to drive your rib cage down into the ground so that your abs are on. If that means you have to tuck your tailbone a little bit to engage the bottom of your core, do that. Everything should be an ab exercise. And when I say everything should be an ab exercise, I mean every exercise you do should be an ab exercise. This one is no different. If you lift your rib cage up, then you tend to shut off your abdominal wall. I would like integrated strength. Abs on no matter what all the time. So just that little tailbone lift and driving the rib cage down and firing the abs is going to help you build a stronger position. Everybody's got different opinions on that. Power lifters do it entirely differently, and that's fine. They have a different strategy with different goals. My goal is to be strong out here for things like farm work, forestry work, and for martial arts training. Those are the things that I am training for. So this is a simple version of a bench press. We are going to move this eventually into a rolling shield press, and we'll get to those videos in a couple weeks.